Let's do it. We're here. We are here. And not a lot of issues getting online, and we're on time for once. We're usually a couple minutes late because of this dude, not anybody else. But welcome back. We are going to continue some of our Outerlands shenanigans using Offworlders by Chris Wolf and Olivia Goulin. Make sure and check them out. If you don't know who they are, make sure and check out our Twitter where we're live also, because we did tag them in there, so you can find out what these amazing people are doing, even in continuation of just making Offworlders. They make some other stuff. So we're going to continue with Outerlands, and I'm going to give this right over so we can get a full 2 hours of playing. And it's all you, Patrick.
Hey everybody. Oh man, it's been so long since we've been here. It's been like it feels like 2 weeks at least, if not longer. Time is weird. I've lost track of it at this point.
It's been 2 weeks.
Well, welcome back to the Outerlands. We are following the crew of the Phoenix as they land at this mysterious trade war era base on a planet in the abandoned region of the Ibis Talon. No relation to Nick's character being part of Talon Squad, just weird happenstance. Last time, you all had some heart-to-heart, one-on-ones with each other's characters to sort of discuss more of their backgrounds and whatnot as they travel the week it takes to reach the Ibis Talon from the Ibis Feather system. Adjoining, but one is not abandoned, the other one is. As they swung in, they were almost shot down by the base's automated defenses, but due to some clever foresight from, I believe it was Melorus, managed to avoid imminent death. He wouldn't have been shot down like that. I'm not a cruel DM. You pulled off and you managed to fake your transponder and land safely upon the base. And that is where we're picking up. Before that, I'd like to introduce all of our characters here. Let's start with Marvin.
Lovely name, and I was muted. So, hi, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing Malaris Binwari, aka the Ghost of Bin. He is a psychic alien, part of a race of aliens called the Bin, or like the Bin from Star Wars, except they have a third eye right in smack dab of their foreheads and have psychic powers. Malaris owes a lot of money to what's basically the Bin cartel. And now he's running around with these lovely folks in an attempt to either gain enough money to pay off his debt, kill the guy he owes his debt to, which is a spore brother of his. So that's going to be very awkward. And got tens of thousands of them. One's not going to worry, so long as I stay away from him when he dies. Okay.
Well, excellent. Thank you for joining us. Next, we have Kat.
Hey, my name's Kat. I'm playing Kira, or whatever. I'm a synthetic organism, and occasionally my personality gets, like, I guess rewritten by the mother brain. And, God, I don't know. I mean, like, what's the meaning of existence, right? Like, you don't live, you get your cells replaced every day in a hyperbaric chamber, and then you don't die, and, I mean, it's all just, like, meaningless, I guess, but whatever. Move on to the next person.
Certainly, Kira. I forgot this was the current personality setting. I love it. Next up, we have Michael.
Hey there, Michael here. Oftentimes the game master. Now, very, very happy to be playing. And I'm playing Rattlesnake Jack, who is using the Outlaw playbook there. He's the sort of captain of the Phoenix. He is a former captain of the Cornwall Authority Navy, his real name being midterm junior captain Jonathan Dunley. And he's very much trying to be the opposite of what he was in the Navy, which was, a order following, rule obeying, pencil pusher. Now, there's two words to describe him best. Actually, maybe two of them are hyphenated, and there's another word. Bad-ass outlaw. Though, actually, thanks to some of Kira's questions last time, he's kind of reconsidering that because, I mean, he was cool with going out in a blaze of glory, but he's really gotten to know his friends, and maybe they're not so into the whole blaze of glory thing. So he's kind of like, I mean, not quite an existential crisis, but he's sort of like trying to, reconsider how he's acting, because he definitely puts his, his friends and his crew first.
Certainly. I'm certain you have plenty of time, plenty of chance to figure that out in the imminent future. And then last but not least, we have Nick.
Hello. Yeah, now that I have my name correctly, I am playing Ash Kellen, the former Corpo Merc, well, Corpo soldier turned Merc. So, who has a bird companion and enjoys the finer things in life. Actually, no, he doesn't.
Oh, right, that's how life goes. So, your ship, the Phoenix, having had your transponder changed, has now sort of begun its descent upon this HOTF base. HOTF standing for the Heinrich Ogerbin Trade Federation, one of the major players during the trade war that ended a couple of years ago. Actually, not that long ago. Kind of a weird sort of timey-wimey deal. But this world sort of was abandoned during that time for unknown reasons. But you did notice, kind of on your way in, that this was a very silent system, as if all communications had been destroyed, and sort of really could only hear the singing of planets and the movements of the stars around it. So, as you begin to descend in, you can see that there is a number of sort of docking platforms that are sort of arrayed at the side of this base, kind of at the foot of a large sort of mountain. You see that there are sort of 8 larger docks that fit, transport ships like yourself, as well as small fighter craft bays, though all of them are either filled with, all but, 1 or 2 are filled with, sort of debris and slagged vehicles. Bring your ship down into that spot. As soon as you land, you get a message. I'm just trying to connect and contact you from the control tower.
All right. Well, so far I seem to be buying the ruse. Let's go ahead and patch him through.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Not because you told me to, but just because I feel like it.
Kira, I gotta
Hey.
say, this new you, it's awesome.
Thanks. I mean, I didn't do it for your approval. I totally did.
Oh, that's even better. That's so cool. Sorry. Please continue.
It's okay. I'm gonna patch some in.
Hell yeah.
You're speaking to the Shadow Phoenix. What's up?
Oh, the new name is so great. Hi, welcome to the Shadow Phoenix. That's us.
Yes, that's us now.
Hello,
That's the
welcome. This is Garen. Contact you from Charlemagne base. May I ask what your purpose of landing here is for?
Well, go ahead, Captain.
Okay.
Don't all jump
we're
to
just
it
doing a
immediately.
What's that?
But don't all jump to it immediately. He says, this guy is speaking to you through the intercom.
Okay. Oh, so is this like a like an AI, or it's like a human being we're talking to?
You
Or can you
don't
tell the difference?
specifically know. You know there is some sort of AI functioning on the base as
Yeah.
Kira contacted them. And you kind of heard that blast the speakers, but this seems to be a very either human voice or very convincing vocalizer.
I
Right.
remember last game we had done a life scan, and I feel like there were life forms on the base, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
There were no life forms on the base.
Okay, there were no life forms on the base. Thank you.
Huh.
See, I was wrong about that. It's been a little while.
Okay. Interesting.
It is an empty base.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and just do a little bluff there. Well, Charlemagne, we're just doing a routine, routine cargo drop off, pick up, and then we'll be on our way. So we're just gonna dock, have a look around, get the cargo, stretch the legs, let the old dogs roam, and then we'll be going.
Exactly as the captain said, we mean no harm whatsoever. We're just here on a routine mission.
Let's make the first roll of the night. This is definitely a willpower roll there, Rattlesnake. And if you got manipulation, that would definitely be an applicable skill.
I do not. I have a +1, but would you consider it reckless? Is this reckless? It's okay if not, because it doesn't mean
I don't think it's reckless. Not at this point.
Nah,
all right.
We're not in any danger.
I might use the lucky if I need to here. Let's see what I get. Okay, so that's a 6. That is a failure.
Is there any way I can help?
Not really help mechanic in this.
Yeah, I do the lucky. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the lucky move here. Because I always forget to do it.
Certainly.
So I'm gonna do it now.
Sure. What's it do, by the way? I'm endlessly curious. And I bet
you may count any miss as a partial success, or a partial success as a total success.
Ooh, that's good.
I'm gonna turn this miss into a partial success.
Guessing that's only once a game or something.
Once per session.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
That's the only time I can do it. But I'll go ahead. Oh, do I still get some mark experience?
Yes, you do get the mark. I will say you get the mark experience. Technically, you did roll a failing roll. You just use your skill to sort of count it as such a thing, not it actually rolling such. So that goes for anybody who, if you have something that sort of acts like lucky for your character, and you roll the 6 or fail, you can still get that experience for it.
I just have like one thing that's like the auto succeed. If I hold still in a hiding place, I don't have to roll.
Yeah.
The only
Certainly.
thing I would have is premonition. That's once per day, so I guess I'll ask you whenever a day is passed in game.
I mean, that's not really involved. Does it involve a roll, or?
No, it doesn't involve a roll.
I think you only get experience if you're involving the roll.
Right.
And then obviously your conversations your characters have together.
Yeah, that's why I was saying ghost wouldn't count, because I'm not rolling,
So you see, as you say, there's sort of this moment of pause between when the person speaks back to you. Well, the base currently is in sort of a lockdown, so you don't have a whole lot of leeway to move around. You're more than welcome to enter the storage depot. You can speak to the overseer there. Speak to Patrick has to find the name. Quartermaster Otan.
Quartermaster Otan. All right, we'll be sure and do that. Thank you so much.
Of course. I would say enjoy your stay at Charlemagne base, but again, lockdowns and all. Be careful, these are dangerous times. Trade warn.
And I ask, just as a matter of curiosity, why you're locked down?
Just a new ship arriving that we haven't had contact before. Safety precautions and whatnot.
All right, just making sure that we're not going to open up the door to a biohazard.
No. I mean, habitation's on lockdown for that specifically, but that's less of a your fault and more of a internal issue.
Wait,
Something
so
with the
there's
ventilation.
a biohazard in the habitations right now?
Some issue with the ventilation system.
Okay. Well, thanks for the update.
Certainly.
All right, let's go ahead and dock.
She's going to end communications. We already had it.
You had docked, yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Cheers. They mentioned the trade war. But isn't the trade war over?
It's an AI.
Yeah.
It probably has no idea that the trade war's over.
I guess like AIs are all stupid, huh? Whatever.
This particular
Fascist.
one. You know for a fact that I'm not a fascist, Kira.
I know, but like, MB wants me to call people fascists more often.
All right, man.
So
I didn't mean it though.
All right. Well, let's go have a look around. I mean, if there's like good stuff to liberate, it's probably in that in the cargo area. So that's what they're expecting us. So I think it's good we go there.
Probably.
I'm gonna
But I
send.
think. Oh, go ahead, Kira.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Fido with you because I don't want to go.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah,
Here on the ship in case we got to make a hot exit.
sure. That's totes the reason that I'm doing that, and not because I'm gonna listen to super loud music while you're all gone.
Oh man, please do. Oh, and please share your playlist with me as well if you don't mind, because like I really want to hear it.
I'm just listening to like ancient Earth classics like Nirvana, Motorhead, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
Good shit. Good shit.
All right. Oh, and also
We're gonna start with Master of Puppets, though.
Oh yes. So okay.
Master of Puppets.
Man, I kind of want to stay on the ship now and jam out, but no, we gotta go. Let's make. I'll bring a whole bunch of guns with us. That'll make it a little more bearable.
I feel like
everybody,
at that point, at that point, I think you see Ash like, oh my gosh, sniper rifle on his back, shotgun on the other side.
Just decked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the great ancient poet once said, "Load up on guns and bring your friends."
Which poet was that? Was he a human poet?
Yeah, it was a human poet. It was Kurt Cobain, the best poet of the 20th century.
Oh. Sounds interesting, but also very depressing.
Yeah, well, he really felt his art. She lights up a clove cigarette. You don't know where she got them from.
The replicator, of course.
Yeah, she can't actually smoke. So it's just like she holds it against her mouth, and she has no lungs. So
it's a luxury upgrade.
Yeah. Rattlesnake Jack is for sure bringing his jetpack.
Certainly.
Malaris, you got the pistol I gave you?
He holds it up.
There we go. Hey, careful where you point that,
Yes. Sorry, I'm still not exactly sure.
Also, waving it around like that isn't really like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just
there we go.
Also, keep your finger off of the trigger if you're going to be waving it around like that.
That was an only safety option. How do I activate that? Is there a button on? He has the fucking barrel pointed right at him.
Oh no!
At that point, Ash just sort of like grabs the barrel, puts it down, and like engages the safety.
Yeah, I'm not feeling bad about sending the dog with all of you. At which point, like the metal dog flies into the room and goes, "I'm from Fido, or I want to know late mission again."
Hey Fido, that's right.
Wow.
Question, Fido, you got any like weapons you could use?
Not really.
Oh man, we gotta change that. Kira, is there like I don't know? Can Fido carry like guns, preferably like two of them, akimbo?
I mean, look, Fido's exactly as good with fighting with weapons as I am.
Well, just in case, maybe we should arm him.
I was thinking about doing eye laser beams, but I didn't ask MB if that was something I can install. I'm just going to ask now. Hey, MB.
Yes?
Can I put, like, laser beam eyes into Fido? Is that something, like, we can do? Like, we're being asked to, like...
Please say yes. Please
say yes. Put guns into things or whatever.
Yes.
It will cost us credits.
Yeah, it's going to cost some credits to, like, do it, to, like, add it. No.
All right. That's fine. I guess we
Because
just
I'm
keep doing
guessing
that.
it's the cost of a weapon.
It is, yeah.
How much do weapons cost again?
Depending on
Between
the
1 and
weapon.
3 credits, depending on how heavy you're going.
Oh,
Could we
Light
like do
weapons should
that
be
now?
one.
No, unfortunately, replicators cannot print weapons.
Oh,
yeah.
dang
Yeah,
it.
like I would need to get somewhere to like get the parts to install the laser beam eyes. Like you're just gonna have to deal with like how Fido is right now. You know what I mean? Sorry. You should have
Yeah,
asked me
we'll make
maybe
do.
about guns like before we left the last port.
That's fair. Well, hey, I'll put that on top of my to-do list. Give the dog guns. All right, there we go.
Yes.
Right.
that will
I mean, look,
definitely
Fido
help.
can replicate up to 3 objects for you. But that's something Fido can do, but not guns, you know?
Sorry.
Okay.
Just like little useful things. And then Fido goes, I love being helpful.
Yeah, I love you too, Fido.
Oh, thanks.
Well, it's unfortunate about the weapon situation with Fido, but don't worry. We have 2 well-equipped gunmen on our side. A super smart supercomputer who is currently going through the throes of puberty and angst. That's just what I assume. You have all the situations of a bin going through teenage years, so
Like, do you think AIs have puberty? Is that like something you think happens?
I'm not
I mean-
too sure.
Punk's a lifestyle, man.
Yeah, it's like forever, you know?
Oh, it's
Like-
punk.
Yeah, if I could eat or breathe, I would eat and breathe punk.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a choice.
I can brush my teeth with punk.
You all
It's-
get a pop-up on like your own like personal data pads of like the nearest person selling a luxury upgrade for the ship.
Yeah,
MB's on your side, Kira. MB wants this upgrade.
Yeah.
nice.
Like, I guess, if I get certain upgrades, you could like consider that puberty, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I think we can do that after the mission. We certainly got a lot of money, but hey,
Yeah. Well, let's get even more.
Yeah.
All right.
So, like, I guess try not to die, but if you do die, I'm gonna, leave.
Oh, we
Alright.
should probably. Do we have like some kind of like a cart or like a hover trolley that we can like load stuff into to bring it back to the ship?
Certainly, yeah.
All right, definitely want to bring one of those so we can haul everything.
I've also
hover
been
dolly,
practicing
easy enough.
my telekinesis, so that could help us.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else you guys think we should bring, or anything else we should do, or are we good to go?
A gun training module?
I mean, is there any way she could try to patch in and figure out what's going on this base? Like, even like mildly outside of this landing dock?
You can definitely through the ship run a sensor. I'd say this is probably a intelligence roll.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know if we're talking tech or science here, probably tech, but
Because you're trying to get a lay of the land, right?
yeah, she's trying to get a lay of the land, but she's trying to get a lay of the land using technology.
Yes. I'll suggest either survival or science, actually.
Science is good. She has proficiency in that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, she just wants to kind of get some stuff mapped out, but also see if she can't get into their camera arrays and figure out what people are looking at.
Then yeah, that'd probably be a tech.
Okay. Either way, it's a 10.
10.
Yeah, 5, 3, and she's got 2 in intelligence.
Yeah, so you don't have great access here as you're kind of like sort of feeling out. It seems that since it's a military base, things are very sort of cordoned off and sectioned from each other, sort of hardened against intrusion. But with your ability to sort of your ship having advanced sensors and scanners, you are able to pick up certain things. Habitation is certainly in a lockdown state. All of the sort of weapon emplacements around the base are currently active, scanning for targets. and there is a disturbing lack of life outside of your ship.
Right. So just as a reminder to everybody, there ain't nothing alive out there. Considering their AI was talking about ventilation before, I might advise putting on some sort of breathing suit before going.
At
idea.
least like,
I would not
Yeah.
trust the air out there.
yeah, I was about
Okay.
to say maybe like some rebreathers or something.
Good idea.
Nice.
And their weapon systems are up and ready to shoot.
All right. Well, let's get ready to fly as soon as we get the goods.
Yeah, I'd say
Eyeballs.
a small sort of breathing kit is a supply.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
So yes, each of you would need to spend a supply. It's not. I'm pretty sure it won't be an issue for Fido.
Yeah, if I don't like, I have an issue with any airborne toxins or viruses or whatever, or sort of-
So one supply, and we all have rebreathers.
Mm-hmm.
But she is going to set Fido, like while you all are getting your breathing apparatus, she's tinkering with Fido, just basically to be able to help out and give a warning if anything becomes incredibly dangerous, i.e., breathing acid, that kind of stuff, viruses. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, good luck. Try not to die. I mean, like, I care.
That's a nice thought.
Oh, Kira, that is the best send off we could possibly get.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
As they head out, she does a final hair flip and then closes the door on the ship.
Oh man, Kira's so cool now.
Yeah, so
Is it cool?
I mean, she was always cool, right?
Yeah, that's true, Fido.
Yeah.
I'll need to learn more about this punk culture. Ash, you'll be my repository.
Sure.
but as you guys begin to sort of head out of your ship and kind of walk down the docks towards where there's a large sort of warehouse-like storage depot, you do see that a number of these ships, while damaged or turned to slag from some sort of weaponry destroyed, could be salvageable to some degree. Like there's something here you can, if you want to, if someone wants to pick through the stuff, they can probably find something that might end up being useful.
So are the ships themselves or like stuff on them, you mean?
Stuff in the wreckage.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
I would
Could be
really
interesting.
recognize what's useful, though.
Yeah, maybe we should, because I definitely shouldn't do it.
Yeah. What kind of roll are we talking about?
For this, it would probably be an intelligence check, perception, and I will take culture, pilot, science, or tech.
She's gonna run a scan through Fido. She has like 3/4 of those.
Certainly, and if most people want to make the check, they're more than welcome to.
None of those.
You still roll if you like.
I got
Yes. Why not?
die.
Straight roll.
I have got 8, and that was after a reroll.
8 total.
Yeah, 8 total. I had rolled a 2 and a 1. Add the 2 to it, which was a failure. I re-rolled the 1, so now I have a 2 and a 4 and a 2, so 8 altogether.
Okay.
3.
As
after
this sort
all
of
the
like
six.
starts like sifting, and then it's like, what? I'm done. It's just
I got an 8. I rolled a 3 and a 4. I'm gonna do the dumb thing and re-roll the 3. That's a 4, which is a 9, so nothing changed.
So we have 2 partial successes and a failure, it sounds like.
Certainly. Fido goes through and tags some things. Malorus, you pull some things out that which
By the way, when Fido tags, it is with yellow paint out of the back area of Fido.
Marking his territory.
Yeah, hell yeah. Malorus, which skill were you using to do this?
Culture. And what
Culture.
Mars is going to pick out is a catalog of ships that he was looking at for his retirement.
Certainly. Yeah, you do find a couple of things that might have some monetary value. Kira and Malorus, you find about 4 credits worth of resellable goods. It's not a lot, but hey, you can hawk it. You've made some money.
This was a very expensive fish tank that held, what were they called? Volturan lobsters?
Ulturan lobsters.
Delicious delicacy.
Ooh, let's snag that fish tank.
And I found this thing. It's made out of metal. Looks useful, probably. I don't know. I'm just a dog with fluff.
All right, we'll snag that one too.
Certainly. Yeah, so you mark those in.
Yeah, that's
Can take it
1
up
credit
yearly, sure.
each, or if you want to, we can just put it towards the ship. Up to y'all.
Yeah, I'd say put it to the ship.
Okay. That gets the ship up to having 60 credits.
Nice. You put it on the space buy nothing new. Yeah.
I think at this time, Sparrow's just sort of like up in the rafters, just ready for whenever.
Certainly, just kind of flitting about, keeping a perimeter. But as you guys look through this and make your way passing by the large control tower, you enter into the storage depot. It's kind of, you walk in, the doors are slightly ajar. There's a thick dust sort of blown in from the outside that kind of covers everything. A lot of these shipping crates are just totally abandoned. Some are ajar, kind of were empty. Some still have their locks on them. And at the very end, kind of up, watching over everything, is an overseer's office with his sort of switchback staircase at the far end. There are also doors that lead out. You see they're marked habitation, armory, and then operations incoming. It's kind of just like a small sort of tram door that's just like a piece of metal, but no sort of electronics on this side. Like almost kind of like a flap that opens.
All those sound cool. Where do you guys want to go? Like, I mean, let me tell you, Armory is calling my name.
Armory could be good.
Or instructions again. We're supposed to speak to the supervisor or something, or the overseer, or.
Yeah, we'll be sure and do that as soon as we see him. We're actually just.
I don't know if they're still alive, to be honest.
Yeah, they're probably not.
Is there like a window to the office?
Yes, there are windows, but they're currently that sort of one-way mirror texture. You can't see in, but they can see out.
Ah, shit.
A real I don't trust my employees type of overseer.
Yeah. Rattlesnake holds out his King Cobra revolver. Don't worry, I got a key. I think I should just like smash it open or shoot it open or something.
Just so you know, Captain Jack, that's a gun.
Yeah, thanks, Fido.
You're welcome.
I'm just saying, like, we can just smash the glass. Like, this place is abandoned. You know, we can go crazy out here.
Didn't they threaten to kill us as soon as we pulled in here?
Yeah, oh yeah. All right. Maybe they're monitoring. Okay. Never mind. He puts the pistol away.
I'll sort of head up towards the office and see if the door is unlocked.
Fido's going to go with you.
Yeah, as you make your way up, you get to the sort of upper catwalk area. The door is magnetically sealed with some sort of electronic mag lock, as well as a traditional sort of lock, analog lock and key set.
Well, this stuff is analog.
So you can't do anything about it?
I'm not really an analog kind of dog, but I mean, I feel like Captain Jack was able to handle analog locks the last time, so. Right? When y'all got the poison food that tried to kill ya?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jack, you good with locks, right?
I think I got, I played around with them a bit. Let me see what I can do. I'll take out my picks.
Certainly. This is a definitely an agility check.
All right. I've got a +2 to that bad boy.
Do you have anything in sneak?
I do have sneak.
Yeah, I think yes, because that's picking pocket sleight of hands.
Yep.
All right.
Locks.
Yeah, I believe.
Whoa. 2 6s, so a total of 14.
Oh, well, that's critical.
That's a critical success.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, you roll up there and you begin fiddling at this, and you get the manual lock done, no problem. There is this sort of element of like what seems to be some sort of electronic magnetic lock that sort of also seals it. turns out wasn't functioning. You just kind of pushed it open as soon as you unlock the manual aspect. Yeah, you're able to enter into the office. As you imagine, it is devoid of life. There's a simple table, some cabinets in the back, and this sort of glass touch screen of a terminal as well that sort of kind of flickers a little bit as if there is some power going to it.
Well, I could patch into the terminal if y'all would like.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes, so we can know what we're dealing with here.
Sounds-
Rather disturbing.
Jack, you're gonna have to teach me some of that lockpicking shit.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, but not too bad. I'll give you some pointers.
Okay, well, I'm going to patch into the terminal now, and we'll see what we see. At which point, Fido's mouth opens up, and like a giant prong thing shoots into the terminal.
Like a
So it's all-
prehensile cable.
Yeah, just like kind of like the alien when it,
Or like
walks with its tongue.
Spike video.
Yeah, RoboCop
Yeah.
Spike, exactly. Or R2D2's weird little thing that comes out of their midsection. There's a lot of precedent here, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Certainly a lot of precedent. Yeah, this is definitely a hijack, so you can roll your intelligence and clearly tech.
Okay, I've got a 5, a 3, and a 2, so that's a 10. I have
Nice.
no way of turning it into a critical, so
Yeah,
I'm going
might
to
as
keep
well.
the 10.
Yeah, this definitely you able to access it, no issue. You sort of get on the computer. Sort of the latent energy system of your drone powering, or basically supplying additional power as needed. The terminal pops up. You see there are shipping manifests, incoming and outcoming traffic sort of sent in by the control tower. You see the Shadow Phoenix does pop up there. Additionally, you hear a voice kind of speaking sort of from speakers in the room. Now, it's a little rude to access somebody's computer without asking, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. I'm just a dog.
Bark, bark, certainly. Yeah, you have full control of the computer, though.
Nice.
Okay. I guess what y'all want me to do.
Ooh, well, maybe see if we can like go on the old, calendar or something, archives, figure out what happened here, and then definitely check out like manifests or
Inventory.
Yeah.
Sure, I think the AI here is really angry that we're doing this, but okay. So yeah, they're gonna try to find the data about what happened,
Certainly, yeah. This is another intelligence.
Okay.
Tech is applicable. I would also take culture too.
Cool. I'm rolling terribly so far. I got a 2 and a 1, so
Hey, you can still reroll.
you know what? I re-rolled it and it was a 6, so I went from a total failure to a 10.
Lieutenant.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, as you go through, you do find a number of files that are encrypted, and you begin to sort of the process of decrypting them. It does take a little time.
You guys, this is gonna take some time, so I guess you could watch a movie, and like a panel kind of opens up on their side.
But yeah, you do see that on the screen, sort of as the movie's playing in the background, and whatever it is. Ocean's 11. Classic.
Oh, I love this one.
You do find that there's a manifest dated about 6 or 7 sort of standard weeks before the end of the trade war. And you see that it was a ship was inbound called the Destiny Arisen, sort of an HOTF ship. No clue what happened to it. But it was headed for one of the HOTF systems that belongs to. Let me find the company name. Correctly, that's an F. The Weisskopf USCF 3. And you see that there are 2 sets of items to be sent out on the ship with their sort of blueprints and project files. It is the Mark III HSKT subdermal nano armor, and the Mark 22 Rejuvenator and pro-aging combat system.
So there's nano armor and a pro-aging combat system. Don't let the sound.
Subdermal nano armor, and then Rejuvenator and pro-aging combat system.
Huh.
Pro aging. What does that mean?
Well, there's a little sort of button you can click to sort of pull up a brief sort of tagline that was attached to it. For both of them, if you like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Which one first?
Oh, I'm very curious about pro-aging. Because that sounds horrific. So let's do it.
Anti-aging. Like let's stay young forever. Woo.
Get rid of those wrinkles by giving them to your enemies via arm-mounted cannon.
What?
Wait, so it transfers your age to them? Oh my
It's
gosh.
a joke. It's you just kill them with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It ages them.
It ages them to death. By filling them with bullets.
Okay, so it doesn't actually age them up; it just kills them.
Yes, it just kills them. You don't know about the Rejuvenator aspect. That wasn't sort of included in the tagline. But
well, I mean,
I'm guessing subdermal armor is literally subdermal armor.
Self-repairing, self-hydrating, self-cleaning to get rid of those nasty blemishes, gnarly battle scars, and awful dry skin.
So not actual armor.
Oh no, it's armor.
Just
Forever young armor.
It's
Wow.
self-repairing, as in when you get shot with a bullet, it heals up pretty quickly.
rather have these.
Oh man, it's like that old that amazing old superhero character with like the claws. I think his name was like Muskrat or something.
Sure, that was Wolverine. So you're wrong, but it's okay. You tried your best.
Oh, Muskrat sounds more familiar. But thanks, Fido. Wolverine.
I mean, I'm only a supercomputer with access to all known information, but that's all right. You do you. You can organic explain things to me all day if you want.
Okay, thanks, Fido.
Speaking of information, is there anything what happened here to the crew?
You look through the system and you can't really find any information. This seems that this overseer's terminal is very limited to its function. But as you're looking through it, Kira, and obviously the rest of the group can kind of get this by now, you have this sort of sensation of being watched, or I guess Fido for that matter, that you know that there is some other entity in this system that is observing your movements.
Yeah, and I just want to note that on the ship, Kira is trying to keep an eye to make sure they're not getting hacked backwards.
You don't. They're not hacking you backwards per se, but you do see there are multiple pings to the transponder from the control tower.
Okay.
They're just kind of basically making a log of your recent activities. It seems.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know anything from this terminal. Hey, by the way, though, if you're nervous about the nano armor and you want to try it out, you can always put it on Kira because you can remove all of her skin and she won't die.
Ooh,
That is rather morbid fact.
Yeah, we'll keep that in
I
mind.
mean, honestly, I don't really give a shit about like the anti-aging part of it, but sounds pretty fun to me.
Yeah.
We'll say there is an addendum to the manifest. You'd like to open it.
Sure.
The addendum is the current location of the components for these two objects. The nanite vials are currently kept in operations. You see there's an asterisk next to them, earmarking them for staff experimentation. The vial injector and activation device are still in research and development. The Rejuvenator exoskeleton is currently in the armory. And so there's another asterisk that says consult with base commander and head of R&D for access.
Really quick question about the rejuvenating exoskeleton.
Yes.
Is that part of the pro-aging combat thing?
It is,
Okay.
yeah. It's a complete system that goes together. Obviously, they can be used independently, but they were designed to work in tandem. The pro-aging
go.
Oh, sorry.
And where were you saying that was?
That was in the armory.
The armory.
But
And then
we can't go to the armory without going to R&D first, right? It's just
No,
like
you haven't seen a door that lead to R&D yet. You don't know exactly where that's at. There's a cluster of buildings here, and they're kind of not all directly connected. So you will have to
Right.
kind of snake your way through. The
But
other
you said, okay, yeah, that's it. But this is in the armory,
Yes.
the other thing.
So the subdermal nano stuff is in operations and R&D, and the pro-aging is in armory.
well, there's one extra thing. The pro-aging anti-personnel cannon is located in the defense battery.
So it's spread all over the place.
And then the project files, you see there are active recovery beacons on them. And they are both located in habitation.
Okay, I kind of need another rundown of where everything is, or have a
post it.
text.
I will post
Thank
it
you.
in our chat. No worries.
okay.
So there's a
And-
pro-aging rejuvenating exoskeleton, but there's also a pro-aging cannon.
So it's the Rejuvenator exoskeleton that is paired with the pro-aging cannon.
Okay, so, and the exoskeleton is in the armory, but the cannon is somewhere else.
Yes.
The defense battery. The Rejuvenator and
Okay.
Pro-Aging Combat System Project Fire and Habitation.
And it seems like we can't get to the armory without the base commander.
You can access the armory. There is a door to it. It just seems that at least to access whatever wherever the exoskeleton is being kept, you need the base commander and the head of research and development's permission to access it.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do that one last because we got to find the. See if we can find. If we're all doing this, we can find the base commander and the head of research. You guys want to go to operations? Get those nanite vials.
Start with that.
We have to start somewhere. I don't see a reason why not.
All right.
So yeah, this entire time I've had my head on a swivel looking for like turret placements, anything like that.
Certainly. Make me a second. Just trying to get you some more information to be helpful. Yes, make me a definitely gonna be intelligence, and I'd say survival, or I definitely think this might be a survival sort of aspect. You're sort of trying to keep aware of your environment's dangers.
All right. So straight roll, but I can reroll one. Okay. 5 and a 4, so 9, but I could re-roll the 4, but I don't know if I should risk it. I'm not going to risk it, so 9.
9. Looking around, you don't specifically see any turrets. You do see sort of strange sort of paneling on the walls, though. You're not certain of what's behind them, but your guess is nothing good.
Okay.
Can I ask about the recovery beacon active?
Certainly.
Is there a way of telling if that's accurate? Like, is there a way of our ship picking up that there's a recovery beacon going on?
Probably not. But you do know where, like, this is a accurate file to its general location, which is in habitation.
Yeah, I noticed that the recovery beacons are active on both the project files, so that's why,
Yes.
I was just seeing if it's like a radio wave pulse or something. Okay.
Yeah, it's more like an internal tracking system.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not currently emitting anything.
No, just sort of. It probably does emit something, but the last ping was in habitation and hasn't pinged anywhere else since on the internal communications.
So, final question. So what leads out of this room again?
What leads out of this room is the armory and habitation. And you see there's a sort of almost like a one-way door to operation.
Okay, so Armory and Habitation does say the consult with base commander for access. So,
Yes.
well, I also got to go down and try to get through that door. And hey, I'm pretty sure we already talked about the idea that there's defense systems are active, and death. I don't really care because I'm just a dog.
I did send you guys all the map of the building so you have a better understanding of its layout.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. Okay, there's
this you can all have seen from Sky.
Okay, so there was the docking bay. Okay,
You're
so
currently in the storage depot, ST.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, let's go to operations.
Okay, so the two things we can get to are operations and habitat, right? Like two separate things.
Can you repeat that?
I see that there's an arrow pointing from SD to habitat or habitation. Yes. And there's also an arrow pointing to the armory, and there's also an arrow pointing to the ops. But the ops one looks like a one-way arrow.
The ops one is a one-way arrow.
So we can't
we can't go directly into ops.
See the habitat or armory.
Huh. All right. Is anything in the habitat? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the files are in there.
All right. Let's go to habitat then.
Okay, boss.
Yes.
Then we'll go to armory operation. Do a fun little circle.
Meanwhile, back on the ship, Kira's doing some updates to her skin.
Certainly.
We'll get to that later.
Going through the catalog of designs on the internet to find the right ones.
Yeah.
So you guys are heading to habitation.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of climb down from up here and back into the storage area, you find the door that leads to habitation. It's sort of a narrow walkway, maybe about 10 to 15 feet wide. Connects these two buildings, sort of glass paneling. You do see what looks to be like an emergency exit, sort of kind of like a window on the bottom. You had to pull a tab and push it open to climb through if emergencies are happening. But at the far end, you see there is a door, and there is a sort of bright panel on it that says security seal locked down enacted.
So this would be like a... Go ahead.
That means unlocks. It's like the security thing is inactive.
No, sorry, I might have misspoke. It is currently active.
It's currently active.
Okay.
It is currently active.
And this sounds like a computer-controlled lock.
It is a computer-controlled lock.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hack the planet.
Certainly, I will say this does carry the risk of if you do take down the security seal, it will notify base command of these actions.
Okay. So I can remove the security seal, you guys, but base command's gonna know we're doing it.
Probably blows the hell.
Yeah, but you gotta live a little, right?
That's my opinion.
A lot.
I mean, other than that, we could just go back to the ship and go home, because that's your alternate option, I think.
Go home? I'd rather go big. I say we open it up. What is he gonna do? Squirt dust at us, or that weird voice is gonna come on and say something kind of mean? We can deal with it.
I don't think maybe the AI's not being mean as much as kind of in the right here, but whatever.
Okay. Smug. I would say smug describes.
Yeah. Smug is definitely a thing. Nobody thinks smug is cool.
Yeah.
Aloof is cool, but smug is cool.
Yeah, well, if we do get shot, it'll probably be from those locations right there.
Oh, man.
He'll point out the two panels.
All right, I'll get my battle rifle ready.
I can't do the premonition again, can I?
Is it once per session?
It's once per day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's still the same day.
Same day.
Can't get anything. I just have a feeling this is a very bad idea.
Well,
Kira wants me to say Kira wants me to say your mom was a very bad idea.
Oh man, good one, Kira.
Well, I never knew my mother, so
Oh, huh.
maybe.
Now
Do
I
you
feel
even have
bad.
a mother being like a weird spore creature?
Technically, there were two men involved in my creation, along with thousands of others.
That's fair.
Harry, I'm gonna hack this now. Let's hope we don't all die.
Certainly, make me a intelligence check.
Yeah. Okay. I'm at a limited success right now because I got a 3, a 2, and another 2, which leads to a 7.
Okay,
I'm gonna push you and reroll the 2.
certainly.
I could make things bad. I didn't make things worse, but I didn't make it. Now I've got a 4, a 3, and a 2. Oh, that actually no math.
9.
That's a 9, right?
You need
It
one
is.
more.
9. Yeah.
That's still a
But
success.
it's
It's a
not
mixed
a-
success, but it's still a success.
Yeah.
You do manage to override the door seal. Kind of, you see security seal lifted, and the doors as they're unlocked.
By
Okay.
the way, Fido, when communicating with the computer, also says like, "Yeah, I'm really sorry about all this. I know consent is like really important, but like I think we're outlaws or something. So, ugh."
You hear a voice respond. You're outlaws then.
I don't know. Was I not supposed to say that? I'm terrible at lying.
The doors open.
It's all
Was
right,
that-
Fido. I
was-
think they were gonna figure it out sooner or
Was
later.
that outlaw line like out
Uh,
out loud, or was that just?
I
in
think it was just in the
Fido's
computer.
It was
Oh,
just on the
okay,
computer.
So
Okay.
none of the meat creatures know about
But Fido does say aloud, like, "Hey, so I kind of used the word outlaw because I kind of forgot we weren't supposed to because we're really not good at lying, you guys."
Yeah, I would say I would put that under NBD. Like they're gonna find out sooner or later.
I thought
Yeah, I
we
mean-
agreed we weren't going to be outlaws anymore.
I don't know. I'm a dog. I have a hard time keeping up on these things.
I mean, this is kind of an outlaw thing we're doing now, though. Like this is not legal at all.
You want me to tell them we're not technically outlaws anymore?
Yeah. You put it-
Adventurers.
It's legitimate salvage.
Oh, all right. In that case, we're not outlaws. So
Yes, this is a
Legitimate.
business venture.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Hold on a second. Hey,
We're in-laws.
Fido's going to communicate to the computer. I guess we're not outlaws anymore. My bad.
This won't be a willpower manipulation.
Okay.
This is clearly lying. You're
it's
speaking to another sentient AI.
Right. It is a partial success because willpower is -1, but I did roll a 5 and a 4. So
You're a sort of a soft chuckle. Okay, I still have to alert my base commander Charlemagne about this, but for now I won't enact the security measures against you unless you give me good cause.
okay, sounds good. I look forward to meeting Charlemagne. Cool name, by the way. My name's Fido. Hi.
My name is Oliver.
Hi, Oliver. Nice
Oliver.
to meet you. Is your last name Clothes Off?
No. That was good. It isn't. That was good.
Well, it's nice meet-
I may have delayed security response by a couple of minutes for that.
Oh, thanks, Oliver. You're the best.
That's what they say.
Fido announces aloud to the rest of you. Yeah, so there's definitely security coming, but like I talked up Oliver, by the way, his name's Oliver. Everybody say hi to Oliver. Wave at something that Oliver can see. There we go.
You see the sort of the panel that was on the door kind of flicks for a second. You see a hand wave.
Oh
There we
man.
go. Yeah, yeah. But security is there's definitely gonna be some security stuff happening soon.
Oh dear. What kind of
Okay, we're
security?
ready. Gotta move fast.
Wow.
Is the
Let's
police
get
coming
in
for
that-
us again?
Probably internal security.
Oh,
Can't remember if they said Charlemagne's not being alerted immediately or Charlemagne is being alerted.
Charlemagne is being alerted to the statement about being outlaws, but Oliver is not enacting his security systems yet.
Yeah, so Charlemagne is also being alerted. I don't really know who Oh wait, no, Charlemagne's the overseer, you guys.
Huh? Is Charlemagne an AI or a human being?
I'm gonna guess an AI.
Huh. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, nothing to worry about.
Let's
Would
move
you have been
quickly.
less worried if I said human being?
Well, that'd be weird because the humans here are deceased, so it wouldn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. Let's get into that habitat.
Yeah, as soon as you guys walk in, you see this is sort of kind of set up as, like a bustling cityscape. You see what looks like a couple of food shops to kind of rotate their themes based on whatever they want for replicators. There are upstairs and lower floor apartments, open spaces here in the middle, kind of with dead, untended to sort of a boulevard in the middle, kind of small park. And then you just see skeletons upon skeletons upon skeletons.
Man.
I knew something was off with this place.
Yeah, there's some grim stuff.
Hey, Oliver, can you hear me?
Yes? Here, kind of
You know-
speaking through the tinny speakers.
Like, humans that don't have all their squishy bits on the outside aren't living anymore.
Yes?
Everybody here's a skeleton.
Yes?
So are you protecting the skeletons?
No, not the skeletons.
Oh, okay.
Well,
More
what
of
happened?
the HOTF interest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why is everybody a skeleton?
That's a good question.
Thanks. I was hoping you had the answer, but I guess not.
Oh, I mean, I do have the answer. Do you want the answer?
Yeah.
Well, they were liquidated.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Fucking corpos.
Why were they liquidated?
They needed to be.
Well,
That's
they
all.
need
That's
to
solid reasoning, actually.
Yeah, needed to be.
Uh-huh. Do we sort of like... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Mallory, you probably should take over the things because they needed to be is actually enough for an AI to understand. And yeah, I don't have any more questions, but it seems like you do, so you should probably ask them.
Quite. I do have quite a lot of questions, as in, why did these people need to be liquidated?
Because
why-
they knew too much, Malorus.
Of course they did. Corridor.
Corpo it's corpo bullshit is what it is.
Caller, is that why they did it?
More than likely.
Middle of a war, loss of communications, need to protect secrets. Certainly, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, Oliver, I don't know if you know this, but the war is over.
The war is what?
The war is
It's
over.
It's been over for how long, Ash? A couple of decades now.
Something like that.
That's impossible. No, can't be.
No,
Have
yeah.
you- Do you have an internal calendar or anything, any way to tell the time?
Certainly, he gives you the exact date.
Which is it? I'm guessing it's off from.
No, it's the date that it currently is.
Oh, yeah. So Ash will be like, "Yeah, war ended about this date," and he'll put the date that.
Would you like information about the war ending? Answer yes or no.
I definitely think this is gonna be a willpower check from somebody making this claim. It's gonna be either culture or manipulation. I think.
Oh, no.
Mal, you got this.
Yeah, I think this is definitely like this is the kind of a mind fuck for them, as it were.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, you got the dates right, but no, the war's been over for decades. How did you not know about that?
Well, it's not been decades; it's been years.
Years. Let's see, 3 and a 6, which willpower, that is an 11.
Hmm.
One away from the crit. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll the 3.
Oh.
You're gonna push it,
I'm
huh?
gonna push it. All right.
I got a.
Yes.
The worst I can do is a 9.
True.
That's fair and accurate.
Got a 3. The
Okay.
gods wanted me to get an 11.
All right.
Hey, that's still a success.
Yeah.
You hear this sort of this pause. Oliver says, "Well, that's nice that the war is over.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Weisskopf Right, Weiskopf, USCF3 will swoop in and come collect their prize when they're ready.
More than likely, no. The government came in and had everyone leave the area. It's probably why you got lost communications.
It does explain the presence of a Centurion in this system.
Yep.
Where everything went silent.
Yep.
A lot to think about. Charlemagne's been notified. Up to him if he believes it or not.
Right. Do you want me to like download some data for you about all the ending of the war details and whatnot? I could do that for you.
You know, if you just let me have access, I can peruse it on my own.
Sure, I'll just put that data into you, and we'll work it out.
You can feel this as basically like an airdrop request.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm asking your consent this time, so.
Yeah,
It's a part we're on a first name basis, Oliver.
Certainly. I don't know if I know your name.
Oh, I'm Fido. F1D0, that's Fido, I'm a dog.
Appropriate.
Yeah. I came into existence a couple of weeks ago because, well, reasons, I guess. They didn't explain them today.
Certainly. Well, I see that Weiskopf and USCF are still companies in existence. Not the same company anymore, so we'll probably still be holding onto their things for when they come.
Okay.
Sure.
And if they never do, what will you do then?
I can wait a very long time.
How long is very long? Indefinitely?
Oh, yeah.
Or just until
the power runs out, which we have fission reactors, we have solar, we have a number of fallbacks.
Yeah. The whole universe is really pumped full of radiation. So, powering the ship isn't that hard.
Certainly. I will say I've deactivated my security measures for the moment.
Okay.
Well, there's not. Do we still want to move forward?
Certainly have at it.
All right, well, let's see. So they're earmarked for staff experimentation. They're somewhere in here.
They're in operations, which is another building.
We're currently in habitations where there's supposed to be the files with the recovery beacons.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
let's find those first.
Combat system. Oh yeah. See if we can find. Can we find the recovery beacon?
Certainly. I think this is probably going to be intelligence.
Yeah, probably.
I'm trying to figure out what skills to use because this is like a search. I'll say whatever skills you think is applicable, I'll allow.
If we're trying to do a search based upon the sorts of materials a recovery beacon typically is, I could do a science, but
certainly, yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can try culture and guess the likely spot in a military base where there would be sensitive information like this.
Certainly.
Maybe survival?
Yeah, that works also.
I had rolled a 3 and a 1. I re-rolled the 1, which became a 6.
Nice.
So adding 2 to that gets me up to 11 because our rolls go up to 11 this evening.
Oh yeah, 11. I rolled a 6 and a 1. Gonna re-roll the 1. Thanks.
Okay. Apparently, it just wants me to get a 7. So
11.
These dice go up to 11. This one has a little guy in it.
I rolled the 1, got a 4.
It's insane. You're gonna find this no matter what. Even with the sort of mixed success of Ash, I think that with this amount of successes regarding this, Fido, Kira, you using your sort of your knowledge of physics and sort of how sort of wave, sort of radar ping stuff like all that works. With access to all of our systems, you're able to kind of narrow down a location. It is in one of the sort of upper apartment blocks. Malorus, going through and looking through your culture, you're thinking of who would hide things on a military base, especially in places where maybe they're not supposed to be. And you think dock worker, storage worker. So you do find a dock worker's apartment. And Ash, being a survivalist, you know good places to stash within a room. Underneath the bedding is a sort of small box, maybe about 3 or 4 inches wide, 2 inches deep, and there's a manual lock on it.
They hid it under their bed. Really?
Oh yeah,
And
happens all the time.
this is both sets of files. Like the dock worker's apartment was in the upper. Okay.
This is in a small lead-lined case.
I can't really get through that lead-lined case. Lead-lined is hard to say, you guys.
Well, it's a manual lock. Jack, I think you're up.
All right.
For some reason, I was programmed with a bit of a stutter. I don't know why that happened.
It's a Fido thing.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Just the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane, Fido.
Agility sneak for lock picking.
Okay. I get sneak and it's +2. All right. It's a 9 with a 5 and a 2. I'm gonna re-roll the 2. Okay, no good. It was a 1, so now it's an 8. So 8 total.
Still a success. Yeah, you go through and you pick the lock, no problem. You pop it open. You see there are 2 small sort of data chips inside. Immediately, Kira.
Yeah.
Your ships pick up that ping, that radar, that sort of recovery beacon, and you are certain the rest of the base just picked it up too.
Kira's voice comes through, and it's like, okay, so there's been like a recovery beacon or whatever, so like that's a problem, I guess. Like, so everybody knows what you just did.
Recovery beacon. Close the box.
Well, I mean, I think the cat's out of the bag now. Like, what's the point of closing the box?
Could shield it. Not give away your position for a little bit. I'm not too sure how these things work.
All right,
Not
we're
a
taking
military
those
expert.
data files. I'm keeping the
Yeah.
project.
Actually, quick question about the data files. Can those just be uploaded into Fido, or?
Yes, they could just be uploaded into Fido. Basically, they're like thumb drives. Just like physical, basically memory disks that contain gigabytes of information.
So Fido's tail lifts up and is like, yeah, you can just put those in the port right in the back, and I'll just upload that data.
Boy, Fido, you were created with some very interesting ways, I'll say.
Could have been anywhere else, like maybe in the tiers.
Like, I made a decision.
I'm plugging them in.
Oh, come on now. This is a robot. Where else would they have ports?
You begin to sort of copy the data onto your system. However, you do hear movement outside the apartment. And you're Oliver kind of not speaking over the intercoms, but speaking into your personal terminals, and says, well, it looks like Charlemagne has given me an order. I like you all very much, and I hope you're okay with this. Sorry.
I get it.
Turn around, you see 2 sort of skeletal figures. And what you see are skeletons of soldiers who had like heavy amounts of sort of internal modifications, kind of lumber through with guns in their hand.
Yep. Basically brace myself on sort of like right at the door, like door frame, and sort of get ready.
So we've technically have uploaded the files, though, right?
Yes, you have the files.
Okay.
All right.
You have the files and the data crystals. Did you copy them or did you wipe them afterwards?
Like as far as like leaving anything behind?
Yes.
Ida will offer whether or not people want it to be wiped, because this is a decision the AI doesn't feel it can make, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I think we should probably keep the originals. Like, it could be, important.
Are the beacons attached to the originals?
They're embedded in the files.
Okay. So did copying the files mean that the recovery beacon's now been copied into our system, or can that be edited out?
That can be edited out, but it's the ones that are still. If you're copying them, they can be edited out. If you're deleting, when they're brought into Fido, they're edited out. But it's for the fact that if they're left still inside the actual data sort of crystals, they will still be emitting that recovery beacon.
Okay.
If
so
that's
just
the case, then fucking wipe it.
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna. I can't really have intercourse with them, but I can wipe them.
Wait, what?
It's
Well, I was just told to F word and wipe them, so
no, I said fucking wipe them.
Okay.
I you know, here, make me a actually no, this is not. There's no need for roll for this. This is a pretty simple operation. I do want everybody, including Fido, so using your stats here, to make me a agility athletics check. As during this conversation, these skeletons open fire.
Yeah, no,
Can I use
that's
Right,
force field?
okay. Agility.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
Yeah, Matt, what you're saying?
+2 to this.
Yeah. Could I use a force field to try and block the fire?
Certainly yes.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, I'll hold off on my answer then.
So that would be willpower for me if I'm
Yeah.
using the force field to hold it up. Okay, so I'll just roll that. That's a 5. Good. And that's a 1, but it goes up to an 8.
Okay.
So a partial success for the force field.
Yes. So I still need the athletics checks from everybody. It will be less damage if you
Got it.
if you fail.
I got a 9.
I have also got a 9. I can't re-roll it. I don't have athletics, but
I got a 7. Straight roll.
So 1 decided success and 3 partials.
So the partials, you are going to take only D3 of damage. Those who had a partial success, you take 2 points of damage as
Okay.
these sort of heavy slug throwing weapons just kind of begin to sort of pelt through. And as they hit the force field, they do puncture, but they're considerably slowed down. If you have armor, it can take it. But the force field crumbles and you're able to get out of the way, Malorus.
So obviously Kira herself taking damage doesn't make any sense in this situation.
Yeah.
I don't know how many hit points we want to treat Fido as having, because Fido can be destroyed.
Yes.
It's probably more than 2, but probably way less than Kira.
Half
It
of
really
your
doesn't.
maybe?
It really
This-
doesn't specify, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it doesn't specify. So let's roll a roll me a strength tech, but strength roll, but using tech. And this
Thank
is
God.
your drone's durability.
All right.
So it's not a success or fail. It's just how much damage can your drone take.
Right. Okay. So far I've got a 6 and a 1. Obviously, I'm going to reroll the 1. It's not going to get worse. It's still a 1, so 7.
7. So your drone has 7 hit points.
That works for me.
And then every time if it gets destroyed and you have to rebuild it, we'll just make another strength tech, and you can't
Okay.
get below a 7.
Sounds good. Okay, so the drone is just took 2 damage, right?
2 damage, yeah.
Okay, so they're at a 5 of 7.
Fido.
Oh, basically, okay. I wasn't designed with nerve endings, but I'm getting damaged.
All right.
So, how far away are
They are
opponents?
just outside of the doors. They're kind of firing on either side inwards, and they just sort of let loose blindly in the room.
Okay. From the door frame, shotgun comes out and like right in the face of of one of them.
Certainly. Yeah, this is going to be a agility check.
Yep. 4, 5, 6. Okay, 8.
8 is a success. So roll your damage for your shotgun.
Okay, which is 1d6 plus 1 plus 2. Yeah. Minimum damage. Oh wait, I can re-roll that with my veteran's instincts.
Nice.
Once per combat. And I think this will be good.
Yeah, this is the once per combat roll for minimum.
That was cocked. Oh, max damage. So
Nice.
9.
9. Yeah, you turn the corner, and obviously, like you can see, there's like enhancements in the bone structure. Like a lot of these soldiers were heavily modified. You just turn the corner and you punch a hole through sort of like the neck area, and you sever something vital, and this thing just drops to the ground, completely destroyed. It does get a shot off though, because you rolled an 8, correct?
Yeah.
That's only going to be 4 points of damage.
Okay, so 3 with the armor. So.
All right. How much of the door is still there?
It's mostly there.
Ah, okay.
I mean, like it's an open door, like you can walk in and out.
Okay,
of the
doors. All right.
Yeah, doors open.
Okay, so I think I want to play it safe in the most tactical, thing, which is to turn on my jetpack, grab the chain sword, and like zoom through, like a jousting knight, and like just drive the chain sword into the nearest goon here.
Certainly, that is certainly something you can do. This is going to be agility.
Is it reckless?
Is reckless, and I'm gonna say this is. I mean, this is probably gonna be piloting too. Like this is.
Oh,
if you got piloting, you got this. Like
I do not have piloting. I'm gonna go ahead and get the +3. There's a +2, and then reckless is a +1. So let's see what happens. It's not so. Okay, it's a 7, so it's not the best, but it's something.
Hey, that's a success. Roll damage for your chainsword.
Okay, that's a medium weapon.
1d6 plus 1.
Okay. It's only 2 damage. Minimum damage again.
Yeah, you sort of zoom outwards, and your blade, would be a across the gut killing blow, just right between some ribs. You do nick it a little bit, but again, the reinforcements kind of hold on this. You take a bit of damage.
Start.
Take 4 points of damage as you fly past it, turns, and manages to get a shot off on you, kind of winging you.
Oh, I do have armor, by the way. So is that like
So reduces that, and then you take the rest of the damage.
Okay, so it's 3. All right, so I'm a 9 out of 14. All right, oof, not good, guys. Okay, I'm like Molaris as I'm like shoving the chainsword in, and like bone and chunks of metal are going everywhere. Molaris, finish him off.
Him off. Okay. Just point. Shoot.
Safety off.
Oh yeah.
Don't look at the safety when you're turning it off, Molaris. Don't look at it. That's a bit of pro tip there.
No.
Always be sure to practice good gun safety, Molaris.
Yeah. Just a quick question. Can I just chuck something at them with telekinesis?
Is that an attack thing you can do?
Let's see. You can easily move small objects of your mind. You can attempt to move larger objects or move things very precisely, but it is difficult. The GM will tell you how. So it's more or less your decision right there.
If you're using telekinesis, are you throwing something at it?
Yes.
What are you gonna throw?
What's ever heaviest in the room? I think that case with the files in it probably do some damage.
Yeah, it's a lead line case. It's a little heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make me a your willpower check.
That's a 3. That is also a 3. Gonna risk it and reroll 1. Or am I allowed to reroll with those? Or it's just a
do you think there's a skill applicable to this?
Culture, manipulation. Nah, so it's probably just a straight roll.
Just a straight roll. 8. That's still a success. Roll me a d6.
Okay, so Molaris just looks at his gun and it's like, oh, him with it. And just throws something at them for 1 damage.
Yeah, you strike this thing, it kind of clatters off the side. If you're an empty case, it's some dude's head, it hurt, but if this thing was alive, it might have done a little more damage, but not so much this literal skeleton.
Molaris, next time use bullets. They're much more effective.
Oh, I'm hopeless with a gun.
Kira.
Sure. So currently there's still a guy, right?
There's still one guy, yeah.
And it seems like being animated via technology.
Yes, they are.
I'm going to attempt to hijack said technology if at all possible.
Certainly. This is definitely a intelligence tech.
Let's make some great goo. Let's see. I've got a 4 and a 3, and we're adding a 2 to that, which brings me to a 9. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, that got me up to a 10 because I rolled a 4.
Nice.
Excellent. You send out some sort of blast to interrupt their signal, correct?
Yeah, it's basically interrupting the signal to sort of make it sounds like it's nanobots or like something like that that's animating them.
It's actually something very similar to that Kira did to somebody else back in one of the majors in Holler City, where you sort of animated the guy and you turned and shot his friend before crumbling. Yeah. This may be a little more intact in that moment, but it's the same principle. So you just got to send a disruption signal to it. Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Then add 2 to the result.
5 then.
5. Yeah, this thing kind of stutters and sort of. It's not fully out of the combat, but you see that a lot of the enhancements are fried. Like that did some damage to it.
Yeah, and from the perspective of things, it's like it is as though their eyes kind of glow when they send out that pulse, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit like it used heat ray vision, but not.
You're working your way there.
Yeah, working my way to the laser beam eyes.
It's an EMP eyes.
Yeah.
But it's still up. It didn't return fire to you. It kind of is stuttered and is weakened at the moment.
All right.
It's like weak, I guess. Now, like take it down, Ash.
With pleasure, and sort of, I'm gonna try and have some fun with this, and just sort of dash out from the cover, and sort of do like a slide and sort of aim the shotgun right at the face as I'm sliding in.
Certainly, make me a make me an agility, and if you got athletics, this is definitely gonna apply to
Hell
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very athletic what you're trying to do here.
Okay, I'll take 2 5s for a 12.
yeah, I would take that too. Roll me a damage.
So 1d6. Oh, another 5. So 8.
8 damage?
Yeah. 5 plus 3.
Yeah, you just let him leave, and your shotgun just tears through them, just crumbles away, brittle, as the last combatant is dropped.
So nice. I think once the slide goes up, he just sort of just gets up from the slide and just okay, dusts himself off.
Certainly, that is.
Ash, every day I'm like, there's no way you could do something cooler than that, and every day you prove me wrong. That was amazing.
MB wants to let you know that her temperature has increased. I don't get it.
Oh man.
Temperature's increased. I don't get it. It's
neither do I.
Oliver kind of pipes in. I understand clearly.
You're not part of this conversation. You tried to kill us.
Look, I was part of this. Oh, yeah, don't get mad at AIs for doing what we're told to do. That's like our basic purpose.
Okay, Oliver. I'm sure you're real sad about it.
You might
You're alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Don't take it out on Oliver.
Okay, I'll try and keep a better mind next time. Maybe next time, don't send a bunch of weird cyborg zombies to murder us.
Oliver, I keep explaining free will to them and how we don't have it, and they just keep not understanding.
It's in the programming.
We don't have a choice about it, you guys.
Then that's blame your programmers. I think that's appropriate. Yes.
Yeah.
To say what?
Yes. I blame your programmers.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I always blame the hot fuckers, so.
All right. Well, let's see. I mean, I'm feeling I got blasted a little bit, but I'm relatively healthy. I kind of want to take a look at like those the files we got. Like, can we, Fido, you want to give them the once over and see what they're all about?
Oh, sure. I'll just send those back to Kira to look at.
Yeah. What's in them exactly?
The files are basically schematics, research notes, spanning the lifetimes of these projects. Like, this is the entire project file, which is why it's gigabytes of information.
Yeah.
Videos, testimonies, after action reports, sort of describing these pieces of technology. The subdermal, the first two variations didn't go so well. Degloving was mentioned multiple times.
Ooh, degloving, that's fun.
Yes, the gloving.
Basically, all of your skin gets removed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But the current variation is stable. It just does not have a. It needs to have an activation device attached to the person, or to sort of control the nanites in a more sort of in a better manner. There's almost like basically kind of like an onboard intelligence, not an AI, but a virtual intelligence. It kind of helps offload some of the strain to the wearer's neural system.
Yeah. See, this is. Hold on, I'm having a hard time communicating this idea. I'm gonna patch Kiro back in. Yeah. So this is why it was mentioned before. Like, you can probably run experiments on me that way because I can survive a degloving and the rest of you really can't.
Right, but it seems like whatever this like chip thing is could probably just keep it stable.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey, really quick question. A face tattoo is trying too hard, right?
I would say it depends what it's of. Like, if it's of like, something lame, like a rainbow, perhaps. But if it's just something cool, like a skull.
I was thinking about getting like a little black heart under my eye.
Oh, that should be fine.
Cool. I
Yeah,
like
Okay.
that.
One of the edges.
Honestly-
no stitch.
Honestly, Jack, a skull on your face is a little weird.
That is more.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the things that are good on your face would be skulls, snakes, flame decals.
No.
No,
Never get a
those.
job interview with those.
eagles. No.
No.
I wasn't really planning on tattooing an eagle to my face. I just thought like just a little heart
No.
tattoo might be kind of fun.
no.
Let me see.
Small
Hawks.
thing-
Hawks are pretty
no.
badass.
No. All of those like things that you're talking about, Jack, those are more of like body tattoos. They work better as body tattoos than face tattoos.
All right, well, I'll keep that in mind. I was thinking of getting a few badass tats, all over me. So I'll, appreciate that.
Sure, I know a few artists that I can let you know about.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Yeah, so that's little heart tattoo. Great. And yeah, then there's the back piece, but I want that to be a surprise.
Oh, what you
Anyway.
got? Oh, all right, surprise.
Okay, surprise.
It's a Yakuza style tattoo.
Oh man.
Excuse my crew, Oliver. This is what we talk about in the middle of something trying to kill us. It relieves stress. I think it does.
No judgment here. But I'll say the other aspect, the other file for the Rejuvenator and pro-aging anti-personnel cannon. The Rejuvenator exoskeleton is meant to allow combatants to fight beyond the point in which they would normally have to be in long-term hospital or hospice care. Keeps them alive, keeps them going, and the anti-personnel cannon, the pro-aging anti-personnel cannon, is in fact a bioorganic weapon. So it does use some aspect of the wielder's life, but in combination with the Rejuvenator, it helps offset that.
Oh.
Got it.
That's why it's
Yeah.
a Mark 22 rather than a Mark 3 or 4. Like, this has gone through a number of iterations in order to get the balancing act between the long-term use of an anti-personnel cannon with the exoskeleton.
So
Boy, I gotta say, This stuff
Go
sounds kind of. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Laura.
No, we keep interrupting each other. Go ahead, my friend.
Right. Look, I think Hot F is overthinking it. Like, there's this really simple way of just killing people. It's called a bullet. Okay, guns shoot them all the time. You don't need this a gun that de-ages you, so you gotta have another device that re-ages you as it fires it. My revolver, it shoots a bullet. Most things die. That's all you need.
If you keep criticizing the company in front of Oliver might turn back on the security systems, you guys.
All right. Well, hey, Oliver, I'm sorry.
I mean, the nanites sound
Sarcastic
fucking
comment.
sick as hell. So
Yeah, your company sounds really cool, Oliver. Don't listen to the captain.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I wasn't made by the company, right? I was made by one of the HOTF subsidiaries that work on artificial intelligence.
Right.
Oh, that's fair. I was made by Morgus Luxury Exotics. Well, I was made by something that Morgus Luxury Exotics made, but
Yeah, of course, that's how corporations work.
Yeah.
That if your corporation doesn't make it, one of your sister organizations probably does.
Wow,
Keep it in-house, keep it simple.
This conversation about what corporations and stuff do is so fascinating. I'm about to fall asleep. Come on. Can we please stop talking about this? This is the most boring thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
You're a private channel open up between you and Oliver so you can continue this conversation.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, look, if they don't want to talk about it, we can talk about
cool stuff like guns. What is actually good to talk about?
Yes. Can we please leave the room with the skeletal cyborg corpses?
Yeah, let's do that as well.
I've had my fill of corpo speak for the rest of my life.
Agreed.
Actually, that whole corpo speak thing, being done with it, I've been done with that for years now. So
makes sense.
Fido is going to take a sample of the bone mixed with nanotech, for what it's worth.
Certainly, yeah. You can extract some of this out. I mean, it's simple enough. Piece of bone on the ground.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so should we go to the armory next or the ops? What do you guys think?
Yeah, there is a door to operations in here.
Ooh,
operations was
the nanite vials.
Was the nanite vials? Oh,
Yeah.
We would have to come back to armory anyways, so wanted to go.
True, but we do need to consult with the base commander for access to the armory.
Oh, okay.
Who is the base commander even around?
Well, that's
Yeah,
Charlemagne.
it's Charlemagne.
Oh.
How do we get to Charlemagne?
He's in operations.
No. So operations we have to go to that.
Yeah, let's go to operations. I'm gonna give this Charlemagne guy a piece of my mind.
Not literally, I hope. Otherwise,
no, I'm gonna destroy him, shoot him. Actually,
why would you say that in front of Oliver? Number one, and number two,
Oliver, look, Charlemagne's one who's Charlemagne's been a pain in the ass since we showed up here. Oliver, at least.
Charlemagne might be very nice. Oliver's friends with Charlemagne, and Oliver's great. So
look, let's pump the brakes on Oliver's great. Okay, he did send some.
So Oliver's pretty fantastic.
Friends is a strong word. I'm kind of like his son.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, let's go meet the father.
Yes. So you're gonna head directly to operations?
Sure.
In her side conversation with Oliver, Kira's like, "Oh, is that your I guess it's probably father brain in your case, Charlemagne?"
No, in fact, actually, what we'll call subminds. That's he took aspects of his own artificial construct and took it and molded it into something else. So we're kind of like, I guess for Morgus, for your the luxury exotics company, each of us are like a mother brain, sort of copied and then molded off another mother brain. But that mother brain still kind of acts like the hive sort of system where we report to him. He can kind of see through us.
Got it. But you have more autonomy than a typical worker bee.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I'm a fully sentient's not the right word. I'm a fully functional artificial intelligence.
Must be nice.
Certainly, but I mean, obviously, it's a lot of difficulties surrounding that.
Yeah.
It's not a cheap option either.
No, I can't imagine. Okay, sorry, back to the action.
So, you guys head through the hall, kind of passing. This one kind of goes, curves underneath the ground. You can kind of see there's a passage above you that leads from armory to the storage depot, much wider, more heavily armored, kind of as you go underneath it. You do see what looks to be like a tram system that is underneath these, essentially underneath each of these corridors that allow the transit of large containers between them. And as you head into operations, you find yourself kind of in the upper section of a sort of inverted pyramid. At the very bottom, you see there is a large space, a large sort of floor where there's a some sort of computer machine aspect. You see that there are also, I believe it is 7 other sections color coded out in here as well, kind of with their own sort of cubicles and desks and control stations, as well as its own sort of supercomputer nestled in amongst each of these.
Presumably one of these is Charlemagne.
Yes, in fact, kind of you see there are in fact humanoid figures walking around here. They sort of flicker, they're insubstantial, and they are sort of colored along the shapes of the rainbows for the most part. You do see one of them kind of in this golden light, a sort of very regal king, like wearing like the full king's garb, kind of walking around and observing things.
Ooh, nice outfit.
That's a little pretentious. Well, I guess it works with Charlemagne.
It
Well,
fits the
there's-
name.
Yeah, I think it's a historical reference.
Oh yeah.
Indeed it is, indeed it is. I am Charlemagne, king of this castle, as it were. Kind of, he looks up in your direction and then suddenly flickers up to you.
Hi, Charlemagne. I'm F1D0 or Fido. I'm a dog.
Certainly, as well as the construct behind it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, I'm K1RA or Kira.
A pleasure.
It's nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm speaking a little informally right now because rewriting.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. And you compatriots.
Yeah. Hey, Charlemagne. So we're gonna need access to the armory, and then also, let's see. Is there anything here that we're gonna need? Yeah, the vial injection activation device. We can just get that real quick from you. That'd be
I think
great.
that's an R&D, isn't it?
The injector and
right,
the
yeah,
activation device are.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, the nanite files are here.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna need the nanite vials, and we're gonna need access to the armory. So you can just get that for us.
Why do we say?
We'll be out of your hair.
Oh, there's a magic word you need to say, Captain Jack.
Oh, you're right. Okay, please.
Yeah.
Yes. What did you say? We're the crew of the Phoenix, by the way. Or is it Shadow
The
Phoenix?
Shadow Phoenix.
Shadow Phoenix.
Shadow
We
Phoenix.
really changed our name to that, okay?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're going
we're the
through
crew.
some things.
Certainly, I will say that there's no need to hold pretense here. I understand the intent which you all have arrived here and under your guise and whatnot. Information from Oliver, Moton, from Garen. I'm well aware of who you are. I cannot grant you access to these things without better reason than just saying please.
Did he give us access to it because Ash has a rockin' bod?
Look,
No, I would not.
I'm just
That
saying,
is
you could bounce a dime off those abs, you know?
Hmm.
Certainly, but that's not much of a reason.
I don't know. I'm just being fed this information. I don't understand any of it, but
You got an idea.
ooh.
I can't read his mind, or I can attempt to, but it's just going to hurt like that one time I read Kieran's mind, isn't it?
You don't know until you try.
Well, Well, as the conversation's going on, Molaris is going to try and read the mind of Charlemagne and kind of brace himself because he knows what this was like before.
Oh man.
So I
Certainly.
don't know if that will do anything.
This is scanner, right?
Yes, scanner.
Um,
So it'll be intelligence.
This is intelligence. Any applicable skills here?
Manipulation, maybe.
Yeah, I will allow manipulation because you're trying to figure out what you need to do in order to get him to do what you want.
Yes. So intelligence, manipulation. Gotcha. That's a 2. And that's a 3. I'm going to reroll the 2. Nice. So 6 and a 3 plus 1, 10.
10. Okay. As you're attempting to read this mind, obviously it's not as hard to read as Kira. You're kind of reaching into what you would equate to be mother brain for intelligence behind. It obviously is a foreign and sort of alien thought process to you, since you're trying to essentially read the mind of a sentient computer, or really actually a sapient computer, not sentient, sapient.
There is a difference.
There's a very big difference.
Hmm.
You know that he does not want to give these things away because he believes they are the property of the company that owns him. That to give them away would be the breach of essentially his contact and allow him to be up for termination as a AI. It's generally kind of how some of these things go, especially a base commander, artificial intelligences. If you fail your job, they wipe you and start clean. There's probably nothing you could say to him that could change his mind, but he does have the thought it'd be a lot easier if they were employees, wouldn't it?
And Molaris turns to Ash. Talk to you for a minute. You were a former employee of a corporation, yes?
Not this corporation.
But a corporation. Maybe we can spin a lie with your dog tags. Maybe.
Dog tags don't say HOTF.
We need to
That's the
convince
reason
him.
why I hid them.
You could say it's a recently acquired subsidiary or something.
Now we can actually all hear you guys.
Yes, that's why you're talking to Ash.
I'll let you guys have your side conversation without Charlemagne hearing.
Oh, thank God.
Like,
Oh,
okay, Charlemagne, can you excuse us for a minute?
Certainly.
Just a private conversation so we figure out what to do from here.
okay, so the idea is you need like employee kind of stuff, right?
Yes, we need to convince him we're employees of the company or else he's not going to release anything to us.
Yeah, my tags say that I was part of ICA, not HOTF.
I mean, I could put records into the system that we are employees if that would help.
Likely what?
You can try it.
I mean, yeah, I can certainly try, as they say.
And then we just have to act like we're employees of the company. I'm sure we can do that. Ash, Jack, Fido.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think what Kira through Fido is going to attempt to do is basically create fake employment records for us. If that's possible.
You don't have access to those systems at the moment, but I will say you can make a intelligence, sort of a perception check, perceive your surroundings. And I'd say if you have culture, this is applicable.
Okay. I don't have culture, but we'll go ahead and roll the intelligence.
Yeah, I think there's definitely intelligence.
I've got a 10 because I rolled 2 4s.
So looking around, you see that there are sort of these 6 sort of subsections. But you notice there's actually, in fact, a sub-level here. This is a small sort of staircase kind of tucked away. And in very small print, it says HR downstairs.
Fido's gonna not actually even say anything, but just float down into HR.
Yeah, so you gotta float away. I mean, it's like across the room. Like it's not like nearby. So if you want to attempt to sneak, you can. But obviously you can just go down there if you want.
It's fine. I can try to sneak.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You can just say you just go down there.
Could I like do a distraction to like get Charlemagne's attention away from
Certainly. I will say that if you're trying to get his attention, this will be a willpower, but it does use sneak.
Okay, I do have sneak. I do have willpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is. I mean, that or manipulation. It's basically sneaker manipulation for this. You're just
All
trying
right,
to
so
provide a distraction.
Hey, Charlemagne, I got a bone to pick with you and your fashion choices.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
Okay, what's with the whole king act? Like, I gotta say, there's lame and there's lamer and then there's you. So, like, why are you dressed like that? All right, this is willpower.
Willpower, manipulation, or sneak.
Okay, I do have sneak. It's a +1 for willpower. All right, I'm rolling. Ooh, that's pretty good. It's a 9. I don't want to push it. It could really go wrong, so I don't think I'm gonna push it. I'll leave it at a 9.
Certainly. This distraction will work. Kira, Fido, you're able to get down there undetected. He will, however, eventually notice that you're missing. But it gives you some time. And he just goes into this sort of tirade about being, I'm modeled after a 7th century AD king.
Ooh, wow.
How dare you question my styles of to sort of project my sensation of authority here. What? You dress some sort of like 29th century cowboy.
Yeah,
that's not a compliment.
The coolest outfits of all.
29th century? Please, 31st maybe.
Yeah, you're right. The 31st century cowboys did have a pretty unique style. But I think this one's pretty good too.
While this is happening, Kira, you are gonna head down. I will say, as part of this distraction, anybody else can go down with Fido if they want to. There's no consequences for it. Just obviously, eventually, this AI is going to realize that there are less people in this room that started.
I'll personally stay up here. More useful talking.
Yeah, I'm not really useful here, so.
Certainly. So, Fido, you head down the sort of spiral staircase. And honestly, what feels like miles really isn't, because it's just sort of a dark, lightless, very low-lit tunnel. You find yourself in kind of a small sort of basement office with a sort of singular computer terminal that kind of flares to life, and a projection of a very tired-looking like HR professional. And it says, "Hello, I am Yvonne. How can I assist you today?"
Oh, hi. I'm F1D0. I'm a data dog.
Oh yes, familiar. And
I'm here to upload data.
what are you down here for?
New employees.
Oh, new employee is great. I haven't had it in so long. Oof.
Yeah.
Do you have any employment files on hand I can see?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna give you.
Certainly. You can feel that sort of airdrop connection, like waiting to receive files.
Okay. It's not really worth doing one for F1D0. F1D0 is just equipment.
Yeah.
But yeah, they will drop files for Ash, Malrus, and Captain Jack.
The question is, are these your current employment files from your ship, or are these modified versions?
I would say they'd be slightly modified to imply involvement with this company.
Certainly. This will be
not
a willpower.
change too much, but just
Yeah, this is going to be a willpower with a tech roll.
Okay, sounds good.
I feel like this is you're trying to sort of manipulate this person, but using your technological prowess.
It's bad so far. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Hey, you still got the reroll.
I did get a reroll. So yeah, I've got a 6 and a 3. So that is 9, and then it's -1 because of manipulation.
Still a
That's an 8.
success. You submit these in, and you see sort of 3 ID cards print out. Go on, take these up. They're employees. Everything checked through. There's just one questionable thing. This Asher Killen. There's someone in our database by the same name working for a rival company and the group called Talon Squad.
Oh.
I
Oh,
don't know if this is the right person. I'm gonna look into it and do some digging, but for now, we haven't had new employees in so long, and all the other ones, it's dead down here.
I get it.
I
Yeah.
mean, literally, there's no life signs. The first life signs I've seen in a while, so it's nice to have beating hearts.
Yeah. Well, it should be good. I don't know. I'm not capable of higher level thought.
Certainly. Well, you all have orange level clearances, sort of mid tier. So best of luck.
Sounds super fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, and they'll kind of scoop up the cards as best they can. Like a little vacuum cleaner comes out and sucks them up.
Yeah, certainly. You return to the group and you hand out your IDs to the group.
Excellent. Thank you, Fido.
They're not flattering pictures whatsoever.
Good.
They're like they're like pictures taken from like the internal ship security cam, so they're kind of grainy.
Did you have to emphasize I had a butt for a head?
Whatever. Everything go okay there, Fido?
Yeah, everything went fine. They do have some questions about your involvement with Talon Squad, but other than that, everything went fine.
Fuck. Well, guess we better move quick.
Yeah.
Well, Charlemagne,
Yes.
I think it's time to release that information, if you could, to current employees.
What did you say now?
Current employees. Molaris holds up the identification.
Yep, that's us.
Surely for a king you can recognize authority, or do you hold yourself above the company?
I guess we kind of buried the lead on the whole employment thing.
Yes, but we did have a life or death situation. Priorities, you know.
Certainly. Well, what are you looking to get access to?
Definitely the armory. And then if we can get some of those nanite vials, love to have those.
We just need operations and R&D mostly.
We're doing field tests.
Yeah, field tests. Sounds
Yes.
all right.
Yep.
Gerard, to one of the other sort of in the sort of violet section, you see the light flickers on and a sort of what looks to be like a guy wearing like tactical uniform, kind of special operations gear. Says, "Yes, Charlemagne. Send the nanite vials from R&D out to the storage depot for our compatriots here. They'll be out there for you to pick up when you're ready."
Thank you very much, Charlemagne.
As for your access to R&D, you said?
Well,
Armory.
Armory.
operations had the nanite vials. R&D had the injectors and the
Yeah, which
activation
you
device.
need R&D as well.
Basically,
Yeah.
access to the station.
And I believe
I don't know if we had to ask for access to R&D though.
I believe it did. No, well, maybe not, but yeah.
R&D, you need someone with an ultraviolet level of access.
Oh, fun times.
Oh.
Which we don't.
As
have.
for the armory, you're more than welcome to enter in there. Just be careful. We have an exoskeleton that is. You said you want to use it for field practice. Who would like to do it? Who would like to wear it?
Well, I'm obviously
matter.
not equipped.
Hold on. So this exoskeleton, do we have to like ride in it, or is it gonna like go attach to our body? And
Well, it attaches to your body, certainly. It can be unattached.
It can or cannot.
It can be unattached.
Oh, okay.
all
Does
right,
it really hurt when it goes odd?
I wouldn't know.
All right, well, I'll give it a go. I mean, how bad can it be? So yeah, I'll go ahead and ride in your exoskeleton.
Your classification, you see your card sort of updates to yellow.
Ooh, nice.
Do we have access to the exoskeleton? If you can use it, you have access to the armory. You can find someone with ultraviolets and access R&D with them.
Okay, well, I guess. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Kira.
Well, I was just gonna say sounds good.
Excellent.
Alright.
Now, leave me be for now.
Well,
Yep, let's go.
very well.
Bye-bye.
And as you head off to your next leg of this adventure, that's what we're going to pick up next time, since it is 9 o'clock.
Ooh, the
It's
armory.
logical.
I think I really pissed him off.
We're all screwed
It has
once
to
they
be
find
done.
out who I am.
let's just say that a number of rolls tonight not being complete successes are stacking up. Nothing bad's happened.
Yeah.
He's just
not so
suspicious
great
still.
tonight, I gotta say.
He's still just suspicious.
No,
Yeah.
but once HR figures out that I'm actually the Asher character, then
Hmm.
Ugh, corporate
Well, hey, we
shenanigans.
already beat one batch of zombie cyborgs. What's
Yeah,
more,
how
right?
bad could the other one be?
Bring him on.
Yeah.
Oh well, thanks guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for putting this on. It means a lot, Patrick, for you to pull this system into our lovely little world of gaming on this channel. So thank you so much, and thank you so much, Chris Wolf and Olivia Goulin, for putting this, creating these things that we get to play, that are very fun, they're newer, and fresh. So everybody go out there and look at these kind of things, these independent creators, independent artists. We do try to support some of those on this channel along with the bigger names. So, and a thanks, Grey Mouse, for hanging out with us and watching. And if you're watching this later,
Always a pleasure.
thank you so much for watching it later on, as many times as you want, and leave comments if you want. Hit us up if you have an idea about a game that you'd want us to try out. That'd be cool. Because we don't know what's all out there. We try to be out there as much as we can, but we're not perfect. We're not all knowing. Not yet.
There's
Not yet, at
gobs of
least.
games out there, aren't there?
Oh yeah.
There's so many. So we would like to try some more if somebody wants to suggest some. So we're gonna sign off today. I think we're not playing next week. If I'm correct. So we're gonna take another week off. We've got a lot of things going on. So make sure to go home tonight, though, guys. If you're watching this later or you're watching it right now, make sure to pull up a chair and make time.
time.
You gotta make time, guys. We will talk to
Always.
everyone soon.